It's teardown time, and today we have the Metcal MX500P soldering station. So, by the looks of it, this seems to be a very good quality device. It's pretty heavy. It's a lot heavier than my Vela station. I just got it, so I haven't had much time to play around with it, but it looks like it performs really good. So this will be a lot different than your typical soldering station because it uses pretty much RF energy. Even just by looking at the connector, you can see it, to heat up the tip. Actually, the cartridge, because it uses cartridges. They use a technology. It's called Smart Heat, and I think it's proprietary to Metcal. So let's take a peek inside of it. Again, it's pretty heavy. It's an all metal chassis, which is kind of nice, and it looks like we have T15 security bits. So I just so happen to have a compatible screwdriver. Oh, that's pretty tight. Oh, shoot. I think I've done something stupid. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. I think that I just loosened up something I didn't need to loosen up. So, oh, they also have... Oh, come on. Yeah, you also have washers on the screws. It's kind of nice. Yeah, they also have washers. So, they're also pretty tight. Now, as I was saying a couple of minutes ago, I just received it today. I've always wanted to play around with a Metcal station because everybody always told me that they were spectacular stations, and I've always used Vela because the tips are pretty much they're really inexpensive, but they don't have the eating element is a separate device. So technically, if you count the fact that the heating element is embedded into the cartridge with Metcal, the price is actually fairly reasonable, even after considering the price of a new heating element on the Vela, which is pretty much, you get to the point that it's better off to buy a new handpiece altogether. I think I'm doing something wrong right now because it's not coming apart the way I thought it would. Also, this screw here, it's fighting a bit to come off. So let's see, can we... Oh, yeah, I think I'm doing something wrong. Still does not want to open. Ooh, what if maybe there's got something under here? Oh yeah, it's loosening. Oh yeah, okay. It's kind of nice. So I think we need to remove the two rings. Oh, I can start to see the PCB. It looks like it's not shielded. Wouldn't surprise me actually, because the entire casing is made out of metal, so you wouldn't really need shielding on it. The switch, actually, the first thing that I noticed is that the switch is not does not cut off the mains, because it does produce a slight humming noise even when it's turned off. So and it's actually fairly audible too. And so I think that the transformer is always running, which it's not that good actually. I was expecting a switch that would cut off the mains entirely. Maybe it's just on the secondary, and that's pretty much it. But I don't know. We'll see if I can get into it, and I really need to, because I need to retighten that nut that got lost inside. So got nice O-rings on here too. You get a good grip on it. So let's see if now she wants to... Oh yeah, it looks like it's cooperating a bit more now, but it still does not want to open. So what else do we have? I think we need to start prying it, although I didn't want it to. but no, we'll be gentle. So yeah, they're using the casing as the shielding. You can see it. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow, really good casing. All metal, and it's pretty thick too. So this is where all the magic happens. Well, there's not much to see here. We just got a switch. They've tapped in a fuse right there. A couple of LEDs. And there's this bit here, which is the thing that I inadvertently unscrewed, which is for, I don't know. It looks like it goes to this heatsink there. I also see some pretty big capacitors, which I think I'm better off seeing if they're discharged or not, because I don't really want to. Yeah, that's good. That's probably the one on the secondary. We also have a switch here. Well, I don't know what that does. I think it's for the... I don't know. I actually need to read the manual. I actually need to find the manual first, because I didn't get it. So, it does look indeed a lot more complicated than your typical Vela station. But I knew that. Ooh, also... Like, as you can see here, the connector, it's crimped. So they've used spade lugs. They've soldered them onto the board. So that's kind of neat. So looks like we need to use Phillips. No, wait. No, I think that the transformer, yeah, I don't need to unscrew it because it's soldered in. So if this thing does come off some way, I would like to take... I don't know, really, actually. It's the first time that I'm opening it, if you haven't figured it out yet. So I'm still thinking on how the hell does this thing come together. I can feel it's loose, but oh, well, duh. I have two screws up here. I don't think that this was the problem, but removing them might help. Oh, it also looks like that's pretty good. We have jumper links inside here to set it to 120 or 220. 120, yeah, or no, 120 or 240, yes. So I guess you only need to move the jumper. That's kind of neat. So that means that you can get you can buy a US model and convert it to our European standard. Okay, so they were using self-tappers, I think. They were not using machine screws. But this thing does not want to come off, like, not even trying. My god. I don't even know if I want to take it off now that I'm dealing with it. Like, I'm tempted to just screw back this little thing here and be done with it. Because I can already start to see that it's fairly complicated. So we do have a lot of electronics for a soldering station. Loads and loads of inductors. Probably they're running them as oscillators, since they need to generate RF energy. Yeah, I don't want to remove it, because this metal plate here, it's actually attached to the back with some heatsink compound to dissipate the heat, which is a good idea because this thing is really chunky. So also, if you look at it, the board is a bit flexed in. Don't really like that, but I guess that's how they roll. Don't know why it's so flexed in. That's really bent. I don't know. They probably got some measurements wrong. But yeah, this thing is loose actually. So the only thing left is the transformer, which I don't really want to desolder. I actually wanted to pull it off, but it looks like that's not possible. So I think they may have soldered. Yeah, it's not moving. I think they may have soldered the transformer, or just stuck down the transformer in, and then just soldered it down, which is reasonable. It's reasonable, because yeah, if you drop it, the first thing that's gonna detach is the transformer. So if you have it stuck down real good, that makes the thing a bit more solid. We do have a lot of switching components or something. No, it's actually I don't know if they're MOSFETs or what. I cannot read the numbers off of them. Sorry if you can see it. But yeah, I cannot read the numbers. Oh, actually, right here we have what looks to be a voltage regulator. LM2576 HVT. Yeah, it's a voltage regulator. So I think that's to power the circuitry. Got a bridge rectifier right here. And the switch actually goes right on those two pins here. So the bridge rectifier is right here, and what comes out of the transformer are those two tracks. So it's definitely not switching the mains, and it's not turning off and on the transformer. So there's also a fuse, which is soldered in. So I guess it's not that easy to replace. I don't see shielding as I said before. So, but as you can see, we got all RF stuff. We got inductors, we got RF capacitors, lots of RF goodness, and we also have a lot of grounds around here. So it looks like this switch here is used to choose between the two connectors, and that's pretty much it. I don't see a microcontroller. There has to be one because it has to control the. Oh, is it this one here? This little ST chip. I don't know if you can see it. There's this thing here. I can't read what it is. No, it's a 4060BE. So that's not. There's another one there, which it's. Yeah, there are a couple of ICs back down there. So we probably do have. Actually, we need to have a microcontroller because. Yes, to also manage the switching frequency and everything else. So there has to be one. We also have a temperature cutoff switch, which is kind of nice. I would have placed it on the heatsink personally, but I guess that works too. So I don't know. Oh well, so let's put it together. I guess we can call this a teardown attempt, or a partial teardown, because I don't really want to destroy it. I actually want to keep on using it. So let's just put it back together. This switch here, I need to look at what it does because I'm not so sure. Oh, this is actually a capacitor. It's not a fuse. I don't know if I think before I said it was a fuse because I thought it was like the fuse type that was present on the MacBook MagSafe power adapters. It's not. It's not. So, what about this thing here? So, judging by the fact that there is paste on it, it goes in like this, and you screw it on from the backs. So it kind of presses the, presses this metal bar here, this metal plate, to the body of this, to the back. Yes, yeah, so to the back of the chassis, pretty much. So I need to get it in. That's gonna be a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it's. Oh yeah, aligning it is gonna be really fun. So it's also pretty tight. So I guess we can just. Come on, stupid little. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. Let's see. Did I get it? Come on. It's actually a fairly intelligent thing. It's just that I guess I wasn't prepared for it. So I think I got it. Yeah. Okay. Let me just screw it down. What am I doing? Oh no, it's working, it's working. So I just screw it down. Yeah, it's in. I don't know if we probably can't see that. No, I don't think so. But yeah, I got it in. It's actually a pretty nice idea. Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about it. Just use it to help dissipate the heat. This thing is really heavy. So let me just get it back in. Press it down. Put it down to clips, rings, sorry, and tie them up. So do they? Yeah, we're in like this. Okay. There we go. So it's a lot more complicated. It's a lot, yeah, it's a lot more complicated than the Velar. At least we knew that. We discovered that. And it's probably built a lot better too. I've never actually opened my my Velar soldering station. My desoldering station. I did open my soldering station a while back, and it wasn't all that special. But it was also the entry-level model, so nothing too special there. I'm just setting the switch. There we go. Got it in. And now the screws on the back. So I'm pretty positive that they are using this as a EMI shield, judging by how thick and how tight it is. Ah, sorry for the interruption, but I've just received more goodies. So, what was I saying? Actually, I should have watched the last segment of the video just to see what I was saying. That would have been a smart thing to do. But I guess I'm not that smart today. Wow, I just cannot. I'm losing the ability to use the screwdriver. Ah. And I'm also losing the ability to talk, it looks like. I'm using this super long one because T15 is also the kind of screw that holds vintage Macintoshes together, and because they are very recessed, you need a long screwdriver to open it. And this was actually made on purpose to prevent people from opening their devices, which is probably the same thing that they did right here when they decided to use security bits with the little pin in the center, which I really don't like. Like, I don't think there's more security in that, but if they're happy, like, I just grab another tool and I'm done with it. So, one last thing, did I break it or not? Hope I didn't. So, can you hear it buzzing? It does buzz quite a bit. So, another fairly interesting thing about this station here is that it heats up in seconds, pretty much. It's actually a lot faster than my Velar, which was already fairly fast by itself. So let me actually just get some solder right here. You cannot set the temperature on this. You actually have to buy separate tips, which they define the temperature pretty much. So that's another downside, I guess. If you want to have different temperatures, you need to have different cartridges. Oh, and they also give you this thing here, which it took me a minute to figure out what that was for, but it's actually to remove the cartridges when they're hot. So that's kind of nice. So let me just power it on, go green light, and it's ready. So that takes no time at all. That is so good. Alright, so thank you for watching my, I guess, partial failed attempted teardown of this Metcal MX 500p rework system, they call it. Thanks for watching, see you next time.